Well, you took a little bit of time off in 2013. So
Yeah.
then Revolution, you kind of got back into to the process of playing music, making the
Yeah.
albums. So this album, was this an easy album to make?
Revolution?
No, Built to Last,
Built to
because
Last.
you kind of got the momentum again.
Yeah, everything started, I have to say, with this sort of the recipe we have now. We started out first time when we decided to do Infected together with James Michael. We asked him, to be the sort of mix producer. And we decided, and I said, I have the knowledge of recording, I know production, I know everything. We have the tools we need, everything. We can record this by ourselves. And the only thing we couldn't record was drums at that time in our rehearsal room because it was a little bit too small. So, but the drums was recorded at a bigger studio, and then we got all the files and everything, and we started to set up to do guitars and bass. And that, on Infected, that was the joy of that period, sort of. And when we decided to take the break, we were, taking away all the bad things and thinking about the good things. What was good, what was bad. We took away all the bad things, and the good things was like, when we recorded, we had fun. That was the most important thing. We had fun. So we put that into action for Revolution, and we how do you say it? We were exploring new territories, of course, because we brought in Fredrik Nordström again, and he said we should do everything here in our studio, because it's a quite big room and everything. And it ended up we recorded the drums there, and then we sat down again, me, Oscar, and Fredrik, and we recorded all the guitars and bass, and that was like, oh, this is perfect. So we found the recipe quite early, but we didn't know how to handle it on the Infected. But now we have the recipe, and that's why I have to say the energy, the joy, the youth, hard to explain it.
Sure.
Yeah, but the and like the hunger, I have to say, the hunger of, because sometimes you listen to an album, people that have been doing 10 albums, it doesn't sound as hungry and it's not that energy still. But because we found this way of doing the production, it's just, of course, it's a pressure doing an album, but we had the possibility to just relax and have fun. And we were laughing a lot. It was no pressure, no like you playing it wrong or you play. It was just smooth.
Okay.
So.
And then this is interesting because you mentioned that hunger. Was it important to have that little break to kind of rejuvenate?
You mean after Infected?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I think we were sort of in a loop where we didn't know. Hammerfall is Hammerfall, but then we had some elements that came in, managers and people that made like not like a virus, but something was wrong.
Sure.
And we felt it, and we decided we had to take a break. We stepped out for more or less a year, doing nothing, not even talking about Hammerfall. Instead, like I said, we found the recipe. We could have perspective, look from outside, and like, that was good. We just put that aside. That is good. Oh, that was good also. So we found the small pieces to put together a working production, sort of. And I think, we don't know for the next album, but for what we did on Built to Last, I hope everyone has the same feeling when they go out from a recording session. I've heard different stories that people are stressed out, they're like totally drained of energy and stuff like that. When I came out of the recording, of course, you're quite drained because you've been, emptying your brain of every whatever lick or, but I was like, wow, it's a relief with happiness. It's not like a relief like, oh fuck, oh that was the worst thing I've been through all my life.
Sure.
So.
Well, you only were involved obviously in the last couple of albums, but for Hammerfall this is number 10.
Yeah.
Does that for you carry a certain weight?
No, I have to say, still, with the whole process we have in Hammerfall, from writing until the finished product, is, you know, we never write 25 songs, for example, and then we have to choose, and we start to write, and then boom, suddenly we have 10, 11 songs, you know, this is the album. So on the way, it's not like a lot of people say you kill your darlings on the way. It never happens. It's just, it's a constant development, and boom, there we have the songs. So it's...
Was there maybe one track on the album that was kind of the catalyst for the rest of them? That when you had that song or that sound that you kind of felt, okay, now we know what the album is going to sound like?
No, so I have to say, if you listen back, even if the demos are programmed drums and, you know, very simply done, I think the message is there, you know, more or less. The only thing what we do is just we put every song into different rooms that's not painted yet. And the song is playing in there, and then we go in and put just the colors that we need. And that's the drum sound or bass sound and, you know, extra guitars and stuff. But it's... I've recorded albums with other artists and I've been a producer, and it's been totally different, the way of working. Because Hammerfall is, yeah, it's a totally different thing. It's just a machinery that, boom, and there it is. And in a couple of months we have to release that little bird that has to fly out, and hopefully everyone loves it.
Final question then.
Yeah.
This is a question I always like to ask. When will the album for you be a success? When do you think? Because everybody has a different definition of what success is.
I have to say, it's already a success for me, because when I got the first, before it was mastered or anything, when we get the songs, it's like from A to Z, sort of in that order, and you just put it on and listen, and it's like, this is how I wanted it to sound, and it sounds exactly as I wanted. You know, and that was also the progress. It's we recorded everything in Gothenburg, and then Joachim and Oscar went to LA, recorded the vocals with James Michael. At the same time, I was home, and Fredrik Nordström was home, and they were just sending the files, and he was mixing simultaneously. So, you know, and first mix that came out was like, thank you. So I have to say, when I got all the songs, that was like, this is for me a success already.
In that sense, are you? Is this now an anxious period because you don't know what people will think of it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's up to the little bird to fly over and shit on people with leave marks everywhere. Hopefully it's going to be like that, so it doesn't. but I'm quite secure that it's going, you know, it's going to work. It feels good, you know. I have a good feeling in my heart that this is going to be a really good one. The last one was a ball breaker for Hammerfall. That was the, you know, best selling album in years, you know, and charge places and stuff like that around. I think we were number 5 in 4 countries and over. So
very happy to have your album come out now.
Yes, me too.
Thank you very much for the talk.
Thank you.
Thanks.